Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
So, like many of you, I am not always the most planful person in the world. And so even when I do sit down and have ideas about the way I want my, projects to advance, or my life or my career to advance, I don't always do the step-by-step or turn-by-turn directions for how I want that to go, or how I expect it to progress. So what I'm left with in many cases is kind of an evaluation on in the moment or in the situation. I'll sit down and I'll think, okay, where am I relative to where I want to be? Am I making progress on an adequate timeline? And what does that look like? And then if I'm not progressing the way I want, what are my blockers? What's holding me up? Where can I remove some of those obstacles? One of the things that comes up when I do those sort of inquiries is just a kind of an existential impatience. And Freemasonry has a lot to say about this. We talk a lot about patience as you'll hear it out in the world that patience is a virtue, and there is a lot to be said for that. There's a lot to be said for everything having a time, everything having its season. In fact, the very core of the Hiramic legend can be summarized as some impatient people, if you want to reduce it to the absurd. But the idea here, in general, is that every one of the things that you're going to do, every one of the tasks, every one of the goals you're going to try and achieve, does require incremental steps. And so along the way, it's important to, I think, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, define success, and not just describe it in the terms of the outcomes you're trying to create, but in terms of the daily experiential things that are going to indicate that you're headed in the right path. It's those kind of daily or in situ check-ins, or flags, red flags, green flags kind of concept, that are going to really make the difference for you moving forward. And so with that, defining those red flags, green flags, how do I know I'm on the right track, even if I'm not at the destination I expect? A lot of that is, did I put myself in the right place at the right time? Or did I put myself in the right place at all? So a buddy of mine are regularly now going to the gym, for example. And the real achievement isn't the number of times we lift weights or the amount of time on the treadmill. The real achievement is getting to the gym. That is the green flag for us. If we get there, now we've never done this, but if we get there and turn around and go home, we're still going to count that as a win. That's part of how we're going to track success. And it's having incremental progress towards our goals, because every time we get there, that's a win, and we do something, which is also really nice. So with your goals and objectives, use those concepts as well, to find, first and foremost, find patience and compassion for yourself, and then redefine kind of what winning looks like for you on a much more microscopic level. And I think you'll find that gives you a little bit more space to better control your behavior, and a little bit more compassion and care for yourself as you're evaluating your progress towards your overall objectives.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone, and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at amasonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.